Across the globe, there exist remote and mysterious corners where nature thrives untouched and cultures remain preserved in time. From hidden islands and ancient mountains to icy deserts and untouched rainforests, these places offer rare glimpses into Earth's raw beauty and resilience. This collection explores 12 of the world's most isolated and unique locations, each with its own story of wonder, survival, and scientific intrigue. Pitcairn Island, one of the most isolated inhabited places on Earth, lies in the South Pacific between New Zealand and Peru. Home to fewer than 50 people, its residents are descendants of 9 British mutineers from the HMS Bounty and their Polynesian companions, who settled there in 1790. With no airport or formal port, reaching Pitcairn is difficult. Travelers must fly to Mangareva, then take a 30-hour sea journey followed by a longboat transfer through a reef. The only settlement, Adamstown, has basic facilities like a school, post office, and church. Electricity arrived in 2002, and internet access remains minimal. Life is simple and communal, but challenges like limited healthcare and economic opportunities persist, making Pitcairn a unique, time-preserved enclave. Itokortormiit. Itokortormiit, located in northeastern Greenland, is among the most remote settlements on Earth. Founded in 1925 by Inuit families from Tasiilaq, it has a population of under 500 and faces extreme Arctic conditions. Winter temperatures can drop to -40 degrees Celsius, and sea ice often makes marine access impossible. The nearest airstrip is over 25 miles away, with travel depending entirely on weather. Traditional dog sleds are still used, reflecting the community's deep-rooted survival techniques. Despite its isolation, Itokortormiit draws scientific interest for its untouched ecosystems and dramatic landscapes. With no highways or commercial centers, the town stands as a powerful example of adaptation and living in harmony with nature. Cerro Sari-Sariñama. Cerro Sari-Sariñama, located in Venezuela's Jawa Sari-Sariñama National Park, near the Brazilian border, is one of the most isolated and ecologically unique places on Earth. This remote tabletop mountain, or tepui, is surrounded by dense forest and unreachable by road, preserving its untouched wilderness. It is famous for its massive sinkholes, including Cima Humboldt and Cima Martel, which are nearly perfect in shape and incredibly deep. The summit supports a dense forest with rare plant and animal species found nowhere else. First spotted in 1961 by pilot Harry Gibson, the area has attracted scientific attention for its geology and biodiversity. Among its wonders is Cima Dovia, once home to the world's longest-known quartzite cave. Cape York, situated at the northernmost tip of Queensland, Australia, is one of the country's most remote yet reachable regions. Accessible by 4W dive, air or sea, it attracts adventure travelers with its rugged terrain and the famous Overland Telegraph track. Despite the physical challenges, Cape York is rich in Aboriginal heritage, with indigenous communities having lived there for over 40,000 years. Their traditions and languages remain central to the area's identity. Around 80,000 tourists visit annually, many journeying to the tip to experience the raw beauty and cultural richness. Cape York stands as a powerful blend of wilderness and living history. McMurdo Dry Valleys. The McMurdo Dry Valleys, located in Victoria Land, Antarctica, form one of the driest and most unique deserts on Earth. Spanning around 1,853 square miles, this polar desert receives almost no precipitation and remains ice-free despite being surrounded by glaciers. Harsh katabatic winds evaporate any moisture, creating a stark landscape of bare rock, saltflats, and ancient lake beds. Hypersaline lakes like Lake Vanda stay unfrozen and help scientists study ancient climates and microbial life. With no permanent inhabitants, only research camps operate under strict environmental rules. These valleys preserve Earth climatic history and resemble Martian terrain, offering clues for life on other planets. Snake Island. Ilha da Queimada Grande, famously known as Snake Island, lies about 20 miles off Brazil's southeastern coast and is considered one of the most dangerous places on Earth. Covering just 0.1679 square miles, it is densely inhabited by golden lancehead pit vipers, one of the world's most venomous snakes found nowhere else. Their venom can melt human tissue and is up to 5 times more potent than that of mainland species. The island was cut off by rising sea levels, allowing the snakes to evolve without predators. Due to extreme danger, public access is strictly banned, and only the Navy and approved scientists may visit for research and maintenance under heavy precautions. Hang Son Giong. Hang Son Giong, located in Vietnam's Phong Nha Ke Bang National Park, is the largest cave in the world by cross-section, stretching over 3 miles long and soaring more than 656 feet high, large enough to fit a Boeing 737 inside. Discovered by a local farmer in 1990 and explored by British cavers in 2008, the cave remains one of Earth's most exclusive natural wonders. Access is limited to preserve its fragile ecosystem, and reaching it requires a demanding 2-day jungle trek, river crossings, and technical challenges like swimming and climbing. Inside, adventurers witness giant stalagmites, cave pearls, and even a unique internal weather system, making it a destination only for the brave and well-prepared. Mount Roraima. Mount Roraima, straddling the borders of Venezuela, Brazil, and Guyana, is a flat-topped mountain famed as the real-life inspiration for Sir Arthur Conan Doyle's The Lost World. Over 2 billion years old, this ancient monolith features sheer vertical cliffs and a summit covering about 12 square miles. Often shrouded in clouds, the summit forms a sky island with rare biodiversity, including carnivorous plants and unique amphibians found nowhere else. Its isolated ecosystem and challenging access, requiring guided treks and technical climbing, make it one of the most untouched natural wonders. From above, Roraima appears as a mystical fortress rising from the Amazon. Socotra Island. Socotra Island, part of Yemen's Socotra Archipelago in the Indian Ocean, is renowned as one of the most biologically unique places on Earth. Located about 149 miles off the Horn of Africa, its long isolation has led to an ecosystem where 37% of plant species are found nowhere else. Iconic flora includes the dragon's blood tree, with its red resin and umbrella canopy, and the water-storing bottle tree. Despite its arid landscape, freshwater springs nourish valleys rich in endemic life. Home to over 700 exclusive species, minimal human impact and ancient traditions help preserve its natural heritage, making Socotra a living evolutionary laboratory. Number 10. Kerguelen Islands. The Kerguelen Islands, also known as the Desolation Islands, lie in the remote southern Indian Ocean, over 2,500 miles from any populated landmass. This French overseas territory has no native inhabitants and is only accessible via a supply vessel, the Marion Dufresne, which visits 4 times a year. The islands serve as a vital refuge for subantarctic wildlife like seals, penguins, and seabirds. Harsh weather and rugged volcanic terrain define the landscape, while the only human presence comes from rotating scientists at the Port-au-Français base. Isolated and pristine, the Kerguelen Islands remain a natural laboratory untouched by modern civilization. Cape Melville. Cape Melville, located on the remote eastern coast of Australia's Cape York Peninsula, is one of the country's most secluded and geologically fascinating areas. Dominated by massive granite boulder fields and dense rainforest, the region remains largely unexplored due to its inaccessibility. Protected within Cape Melville National Park, it has yielded several newly discovered species found nowhere else on Earth. The area is ecologically rich, featuring rainforests, mangroves, and coral reefs. For the Yethawarra people, Cape Melville is sacred land, home to ancient rock art and deep cultural heritage. Isolated and scientifically vital, it stands as a rare refuge of untouched nature. Vale do Javari. Vale do Javari, located near the Brazil-Peru border, is one of the most remote and inaccessible regions in the world, covering about 32,817 square miles. Home to around 6,000 indigenous people from 26 ethnic groups, including 19 uncontacted tribes, it remains one of the few places on Earth where communities live without outside contact. Despite its isolation, the region faces growing threats from illegal logging, drug trafficking, and poaching. Still, it stands as a powerful symbol of the Amazon cultural richness and the urgent need for stronger environmental and indigenous protections.